Hey, anytime you go online, you're checking out a business, thinking about doing a little shopping or whatever, you see those little online reviews, and you tend, when you don't know anything else, to put a lot of stock in those, don't you? Well, we're going to talk about a new way of doing that business, new way of getting those ratings, those online reviews, with Dan Weik, who's the CEO of BusinessRater.com. BusinessRater, as in rating.com. It's good to see you.
Hey, it's good to be here.
So everybody's familiar with Yelp. And
Correct.
you start a lot of your conversations with Yelp to kind of explain what it is that you do.
Unfortunately, we have to.
Yeah, and you know, that's just when a new business comes in, everybody's looking for a frame of reference. But explain what you do that's different.
Okay, for sure. So we're a review company that's similar to Yelp, or like Google local reviews, or City Search, Yellow Pages, things of that nature. What makes us different is that we're not only a review company, we're also a survey company. So it's a unique hybrid doesn't really exist. Besides that fact, we're able to actually capture these reviews in the place of business over and over and over again in a process.
So what you ask folks to do is when they're actually in a business, they're in the process of doing business, go ahead and write a review, rate that business on the spot while the experience is going on, or at least while it's very fresh in their minds.
Absolutely. It's at the perfect emotional time before the consumer leaves, why they had the experience. They have dealt with a certain employee.
Right.
They bought a certain product or a service. And so if you make it convenient for them with an electronic device, an iPad, a turnaround computer for a review kiosk, and then you have a strategy in place, and then a $50,000 promotional sweepstake campaign that we create for the business to use for their consumers to entice them to capture reviews on a daily basis, which then markets their business online with positive reviews, the most relative content on the web.
Yeah, and one of the things that you were saying to me is that you know, everybody's on the web now. Businesses are all there, and so your first impression that you make on people, or the first couple of seconds they spend on your website, is critical.
Absolutely. It's essential. So, you know, the idea here is when somebody looks at your business online, they see negative reviews. If they see negative reviews, the chances are they're going to go to your local market competitor. Right? But you want to convert them from an online prospect to an in-store buyer. Well, if Google has identified that reviews are the most relative content on the web, then we need to be able to go ahead and give that perception. We need to take all that word of mouth, which most people think is the best form of advertising, and give them a platform to turn it to word of mouth. That's what the WWW stands for, World Wide Web. Right? So BusinessRater does that, and so we capture about 500% more reviews than Yelp.com per business.
Now,
that's extraordinary.
Let's talk about a great example. San Diego Harley-Davidson, good friend of ours, right up around the corner here. They did this program with you, and just, I think, we're stunned by the results.
It's awesome. It's awesome. Within the first 60 days, they had over 115 reviews. Within the first 90, they had over 200 reviews. I think they're over like 230 right now. A little bit over 90 days.
And how long did it take them prior to that to put together that many reviews?
Well, they had 30 reviews with Yelp.com, and that took them about 5 years. But one thing I want you to think about real quick is that's not only 200 reviews, that's 200 surveys, that's 200 emails captured, that's 200 lead opportunities, because we're that hybrid. Right.
And so if somebody comes into a business after having checked it out on BusinessRater.com, they're a pretty good prospect.
They are a prospect, but more importantly, they're not going to go to BusinessRater.com, but they're probably going to go ahead and go to Google, and Google's San Diego Harley-Davidson, and on their page 1, right above Yelp right now, you'll see BusinessRater with the 200 glowing reviews about each department, and then the employees within the department, because we're department specific, and we have actually employee profiles for their reviews.
Beautiful. Now, what did you want to do with San Diego 6?
Well, at San Diego 6, I thought it would be awesome to go ahead and create a campaign for you. So if you go to reviewsandiego6.com right now, you can actually review this segment. You'd select a department. We have news, weather, traffic, San Diego living. So go to San Diego living. You'll be able to go to Mark Bailey, and you'll be able to actually review this segment. So now an instant alert will go out to yourself. It'll go out to the other executive management. It'll identify what that consumer thinks real time. So imagine if you're in a store and this process happened, you know right away, is that customer happy? Are they unhappy? That way you can turn an unsatisfied customer into a satisfied. If they're a lead, you can convert it right there into a sale. Buy your future business for free.
I'm just thinking we could even check out which segments actually people love
on
the show.
Absolutely. So who's the favorite broadcaster? Who's the favorite anchorman? Who's the favorite news lady?
Who's your favorite broadcaster?
Absolutely. This guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Plug.
All right. Dan, it's BusinessRater.com. It's a fascinating concept.
Thank you.
I can't wait to see how it works out here for San Diego 6, and we'll test it out for you and give it a try.
Fabulous.
And we ask you to go rate us at BusinessRater.com. And then when you are shopping around online, kind of look for that Business Rater review. for the businesses that you are thinking about going and seeing, and read the reviews from folks that were right in the store.
And I'd like to mention, if anybody's looking at this segment and would like a free reputation report, they can go to businessradar.com/free report.
Free report?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Well, all the information will be on our website at san diego6.com as well. That's how we do
Wonderful.
it. All right.
Great. Hey,
thank you so much.
Appreciate it. Thanks for being here.
You bet.